Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We're back with another build, and this is another CC build because I've been wanting to build this ever since, the Jarden pack got released by the House of Harlocks. So it's just like, that I really wanted to build like a modern desert home to fit sort of that garden pack thing, which does get featured in this build. I put like a little nice veranda out there and everything. But also another reason I wanted to do this is because my last CC build did really, really well. I think it's my second, no, not my second. Well, it's one of my highest viewed builds, so I was like, this did really well. So at first I wanted to use these sort of sliding doors, but I was like, I really don't like it in the front. It looks weird. And then I wanted to go with the eco lifestyle ones, but they didn't really fit. So I do eventually switch the front door one for that one, and then have a much bigger like glass window there, which looks really, really nice. What else? Alright, here I'm just adding a light so that I can see throughout the build. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath, that has an office. And I really hate the fact that I can't find the link for the gallery build on the gallery's website, just so that I can have a shareable link, because it has CC, so I can't find it, because there's no option to turn on CC on the gallery's website, so I'm stuck with that. But here I'm just doing the bathroom, adding in the wall color. So I eventually do just use that plain white wall everywhere with some accent walls. Like here I go with that one. That one changes in the living room, but everywhere else stays the same. The living room, I choose this other accent wall from Incl. It just looked really, really nice. So yeah, I'm just adding black paint into the interior walls there, just because you really wouldn't have to see anything in there. Changing the color of the bathroom to a more beige sort of like color. I didn't want to have colorful bathroom. I don't want that right now. I don't know. So it was also really a struggle to find a door, because I wanted something tall, but I didn't want to use the sliding door because, as you can see, it's see-through, so I couldn't really use it in the bathroom. But these doors also really didn't work. They just looked a little chunky, so I had to go with these shorter doors, which was unfortunate, but they fit the best. And here I'm just going through what I want for the kitchen. And there the kitchen is built, just because it took me way too long. I hate the fact that the sink doesn't fit well, but then I had to use a Jarden sink, but then you see the back of it, so it didn't really look the greatest. I think I do remove the cabinet there and just move the fridge up, because eventually I have to get rid of this, I think. Yeah, I eventually have to get rid of this because I want to put a dining room in there, and there just wasn't space. Yeah, see, they're starting to be like, yeah, I need to remove this. This isn't gonna work. So I get rid of it and just go with a plain island counter. I like the big one like that. I just think it looked so big and unnecessarily large. But here I'm also changing the color scheme. The only reason I went with that first one with the sort of concrete countertop is because it had the less sort of like flickering that you get when you stack objects on top of each other. But yeah, I really, really like this house. It's really nice to build, and honestly, some of the eco lifestyle stuff really fits in well. Especially that bed that I use in the bedroom. It really, really fits in really nicely. Yeah, see, there's where I move the kitchen along. We need more space. We need more counter space. I want to clutter up a bit, but and I do. Yeah, there I add the shelves and everything. So whenever you see me cut like that, it just means I took way too long finding the clutter. So I need to kind of cut this. So you don't really miss a lot. You just miss me finding all the clutter and placing some of it. Yeah, I'm just adding in a coffee maker. So all of the CC links to all of these packs are down below. The only packs that aren't specifically like linked are the ones by House of Harlocks, just because I think that you can download. I only use 3 of their packs. I just don't use the Tiny Travelers pack, just because it's not going to really be useful for me. I don't really play with toddlers or do things like that, and I don't really build family homes, so it'd be kind of a useless pack for me. Because it focuses on toddlers and things like that. Sure, there are probably a few nice plants and things like that in there, but not really something for me personally. So yeah. Next week's videos will probably be, I hope I could get, some medieval recorded this week. I know I need to redo the whole intro and things like that, because I want to create a new character. The only save that I have now is one that I do is just like playing around. I don't really want to keep that, so it's like, okay, let me just start a new save. I already know what I'm gonna call it and everything and what I'm gonna do there. I just need to make a new save. So here I'm just adding in debug fences because I really like these. These are from Eco Lifestyle. But anyways, back to that medieval thing. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? I really can't remember. Wow. My memory is not what it used to be. My memory never was what it used to be. But yeah, so I'm just gonna basically play through the intro and then just get that intro quest done, and then I'll probably start recording. So maybe this week, maybe next week, I don't know. I don't know when I'll record it, but I definitely know that the day I'm recording this voiceover is the day that I'm gonna record another build, which is for a build challenge called it's for Nini Lighthouse. I forgot the actual name of the build challenge. Let me just go quickly look it up. Let's just go to Twitter. Yeah, I'm just okay. Back to the build real quick while Twitter loads. So here I'm just adding in curtains really darkened up the place. I first wanted to go with these lights, but then I went with the kitchen lights from the kitchen stuff pack. The kitchen pack from House of Harlocks. So yeah, yeah, I don't go with that Sarah. I think I just go with the sort of side table from Eco Lifestyle. You'll see me go through a few CC items here and there that are like Elgato themed things. Yeah, Ravasheen just released a pack with Elgato things, so it's like I wanted to look at them, and they're really, really nice. I'm just adding clutter on the side table. The side table actually does change later on. The side table still stays there, but I add something more on top of it just because it looks better in the long run. It looked better. Come on, Twitter, load. Can you please go Nini? Ninster. Come on. So the first lighthouse I built for this challenge is just an utter mess. I'll probably still do a video on it. But I'll probably significantly cut it or just be like, hey, this was a mess. It's just the lighthouse theme. That's all it's called. It's lighthouse. So I already have another idea. Luckily, I have like 3 ideas and using 3 of the themes. So I have another idea that I'm going to be building today, and it's going to be in Glimmerbrook. A lighthouse in Glimmerbrook. Sounds odd, doesn't it? But I think that one will turn out really, really cool. I just hope that it works and it doesn't screw me over. Because if it screws me over, then I'm screwed. So I just need to kind of look into that. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, kind of screwed. But I will. Hopefully. Oh no, open. No, thank you. Sorry, my phone just locked. I had to open it. So here I'm just doing the living room. You see I added an L-shaped couch with CC from Ravishing. I really like this couch. It's really big and bulky and takes up a lot of room. So I'm trying to find more plants up here, and then I do this one. I just wish I cannot change the color from that green. I never did, which kind of sucked, but oh well. Just adding in some more lights, making sure that they're in the right spots. Yeah, so we're only like halfway through the video. This video is a long video. Like, it took me a while to build this house. I cut out a significant portion of the footage. Like, so, like, this isn't what the final video would have looked like. There was a significant portion gone. On here I'm just adding clutter, a cell phone, which came with one of the CC sets that I'm using, so I was like, well, why not use it? I have it, why not use it? You know? And then I'm gonna add a hallway table sort of thing, side table thing. I hate the glass on this thing because the red shelf and the glass on this thing just didn't want to cooperate. It was so weird. I think you'll see it. And now see, so the glass always shines through. And I was just like, so annoying, you know, I'd struggle. So the Bluetooth speaker does go through the glass a bit, but oh yeah, and here's where I changed the side table up a bit. So I use the red shelf, move things up a bit, move them around, put that lamp there as well. I really liked keeping the lamp there. It added a little bit more light in. So what else? And then I'm just adding in a rug here, a thermostat, and the coat rack and umbrella stand. Throwing in some more clutter in rooms where I can use them. I think we clutter up the back. No, wait, we definitely clutter up here first. And then I think I find the thermostat. No, wait, first the fire alarm, and then the thermostat, but I go with one from a CC pack just because that looks really, really nice. It looks modern. The thermostat that we got looks stupid. We should have gotten more than one. I really wish I went with the other sort of bookcase that came with Eco Lifestyle, just because I've yet to use it, and this would have been the perfect place to use it. But me being stupid and forgetting about it means that I didn't use it, so that's fun. Here I'm just adding in some clutter. The glasses, I use the glasses on multiple places. And then, yeah, I want to add more clutter, but I never do. So that's all we have there. And then I think I add like these photo frames here, just as like something on the wall there, so there's just a blank and a plant here in the corner. Yeah. So also here's something that I don't know if I ever expressed this idea, but I really want to express it now. So I have all these builds that I never like did speed builds on. So I'm like, do you guys want me to do like tours of them? I have like a few builds that I did. Because honestly that'd be something fun for me to do. Like tour these builds that never got turned into speed builds because I was on hiatus at the time. Like I really don't want to record at that time. But that'd be fun. Then we have Then we have that video to look forward to, but let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see that. But anyways, here we're back to the bedroom. We go with that eco lifestyle bed. I just think it looked really, really nice and fit in well. And then we go with these CC side tables, which also really fit in well. Like, these CC creators are so good. You should definitely follow them. And then I do this little trick here where I use the Get Famous shoe racks and the closets from Vintage Glamour and make my own closets. They fit in really, really well. But I changed those to white just to, stand out a bit. I really, really like doing that. That's really, really nice. It's a nice sort of mesh, and it doesn't stand out, nor does it sort of like do that flickering thing and clip through and things like that. And I wanted to add in this chair. Don't know why, I just wanted to, but I do move it to the other side of the room where there's that blank area there. I think it fit in better there. And then I just added dresser just in case those closets don't work, but I think they should still, because Sims don't actually interact with anything because animations are too hard apparently. No, like, and I think in The Sims 3 they used to interact with everything, but now I also think in The Sims 2, but I didn't play The Sims 2. I just know in The Sims 3 they would interact with the dressers and pull them open and things like that. But here they just don't. They're just like, oh hey, dresser, change clothes. It's just like, okay. So here I'm adding in these desks, changing them just to a lighter color, so that they're not a bit much. So I add in this laptop as well, just behind it. So I envision maybe a writer living here. Because I wanted to have this office, and it's just like, well, why else would I have this office? And it's just like, oh, maybe a writer lives here, blah, blah, blah. And then I just add in some more bookas. Yes, bookas. Books. Bookas. Okay, bookas. Yep, bookas. We found a new word for books. Bookas. It's like my languages are mixing, the languages that I know, and also there was no real slots on the back of those desks, so I couldn't really add stuff to the back, so you see me move things around. I'm also just adding in a few books. Maybe they're one of those books with those something the writer wrote, and the other books are reference and things like that. Adding in the chairs, and here's just maybe like a bookshelf filled with books for references and things like that. And then I add this box, which actually has a book symbol on it. I was like, yay. And then another rug, and then this wall sculpture thing from Eco Lifestyle. First add in those things. Okay, the wall sculpture doesn't come immediately. There it is, okay. And then I wanted to add something to these walls, I just never did in the end, which kind of sucks. Truly does suck. But here I'm just adding in some plants, making it a bit more green. Adding in some lights to the outdoor area just so it's not so dark. Moving those plants around. I wanted to add some cacti. Those plants, I don't know if all three of those plants came from Eco Lifestyle. I mean, the Garden Pack Eco Lifestyle. But I know that the two cacti came with Jarden, because Jarden is definitely a very desert-focused sort of outdoor pack. Trust me, it very highly looks like it's a desert theme thing. And here I'm just adding in a little platform to go down below. Does it go down 2 stairs or 1? Oh no, wait, I think it just goes down 1. The only reason I clicked twice there was because the platform was 1 higher anyways. And I just move them in a bit closer. I only use this one, and then I add the beams myself just because I didn't like the separate sort of like lengths of each one. It just kind of looked messy. So I wanted this uniform sort of look here. And it really fits. It really looks nice. And honestly, this little veranda area is it a veranda area? I don't know. This little sort of outdoor space doesn't look out of place, which honestly surprised me. I thought it would look out of place, but no, it actually fits in really, really well. So you saw me lower the terrain there. I do raise it up back eventually, just because honestly that sort of space in between the pool area and this area was just a bit much. This is like, no. So here I just add in the barbecue, and then I add in a sink, because why not? You're gonna barbecue out here, you might as well have a sink. What else? So here we're adding the table. So at first I wanted to use this as an accent table and then use that as the table, but I thought, you know what, why not just use this as a table? It worked. I really like the circular table with those chairs. Like, it looks really, really nice. Going through, just adding in some clutter. I forgot to add an iPad there, or tablet, or whatever, like, honestly. Just adding in some outdoor terrain, and then the pool, which I do enlarge a bit, and the space back there is meant for like a fountain. I hate the fact that fountains can't be used on foundations. They really need to address that, because I think that that's stupid. It's so stupid. It does not make any sense whatsoever. Because there's no reason for that to even be like that. Like him adding in pool flow, so I thought, hey, why don't we add in that expensive whale one that sprays mists? Because they could be bougie like that. So, smoothing out the terrain here and there, and then I add in some cacti, I think, and then I remove the grass there just because that doesn't really make sense for cacti to just be there on grass. So yeah, no, there I'm just moving it out, smoothing the grass bit out, and things like that. And here's where I wanted to go with plants, but I thought, no, so let's just raise it up. Add in the tiling. And then I'm going to put like some towels there so that you can tan. Here I'm just adding in some solar panels. Again, the word almost escaped to me. So, but yeah, not yet. Time for me to end. Adding in a water balloon bucket there. What else? Alright, here's where I use the loungers. So I use the ones from the Jordan pack. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. It has J in it, so I'm assuming it's Jordan. And then I also use the umbrellas from that pack. But I moved them off to the side because I wanted to add in a fountain back there, which doesn't end up working as you see here. So I just use the fountain things from the Jordan pack as well. And then I just move them up a little bit to give them some space there. And I really, really like those little fountain things. They look sleek and modern and minimalist, at least. So it isn't over the top as some fountains can be. And then I'm just adding in a table because I want to add in some lights here, and I use that drinks table here again. I use that drinks table in a few places, this and then the outdoor area. Plus the slots in this table is really weird because it's 2 slots on one area. So if you place items there, it has 2 slots, but they go into the same area. So it's really weird. It doesn't make sense. Adding in those lights there, I'm just moving them over so that they're matching under the whatever that thing is, the wooden beams. There we go. And then I also added in the lights from City Living, and they looked really well. That was a struggle. That's why I cut all that out. Because I added in the lights from Seasons. I first wanted to go with City Living, but that just didn't work, so I added the ones from Seasons. They looked really well. And when you minimize them, they fit in well within the beams, so that they didn't stick out like the City Living ones. So, but anyways, and I'm just cluttering around here, adding in like a stereo, because why not, add in like a stereo, have an outdoor party there. And here I'm doing the front of the lawn. The front lawn, not the front of the lawn. But I'm just looking for some debug plants that would match the area. I eventually use that debug tree, but I'm like, no, let's use the normal tree because that tree has a weird.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my streets. Yeah, high school was hard. You'd fight with my mom, I'd fall asleep to the screaming, sound machine always speaking, left emotional scars. Now I'm 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21, a soul of 15. Another year are gone. I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. At 21. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. I'm just a kid. Oh, I'm doing things I shouldn't know from. Yeah, doing things I shouldn't do. At 21. Yeah, I play you my favorite songs on a car ride while you list me all the people that left you in your life. Oh, oh, oh. And you smoke on your chair while I was trying to sleep. I smell the smoke in the air, but that was normal for me. I didn't know, I didn't know. But now I'm 21. It's all of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21.